When I say the prospects, I want to talk Henry Davis, Jim, because he is absolutely obliterating the baseball right now. And I'm ready for my boy and your boy, Henry Davis, to get to the majors as soon as possible because, man, oh, man, am I getting excited right now.
Yeah, I mean they've got him in Double A, and I think he's clearly showing that he's ready for Triple A, right? They have him separated from Endy just because they want both catching as often as possible. But yeah, we talked about Henry Davis last week, and we're talking about Henry Davis again. The guy continues to crush the ball in Double A. He's walking over 20% of the time. He now has 6 home runs in his 16 games down there in Altoona. He's got a 206 weighted runs created plus. 273 batting average, 452 on base percentage, and a 655 slugging percentage. He looks the best that he's looked ever since the Pirates drafted him. And yeah, I know they want to do this whole like catcher, like they want both catching as often as possible. I don't know how long you can keep Davis in Double A because like at this point, I know the catching part is important, but like he's just beating up on these pitchers, like just teeing off on them.
That's just the thing. He's not challenged at all. Like there's no way he can be at this point. That's just where we're at. And again, when you look at Henry Davis last year, the numbers weren't there. But the guy didn't have a wrist or a hand like for pretty much all the year. You know, like if you didn't look at that and factor that in, like what were you doing? Right. So now that he's fully healthy, his bat is like his calling card, if anything. You know, you talk about the defense and where's he going to be. There's definitely questions there, but the bat was always his calling card. And now he's in Double A. He's showing like this is easy. So like what you're talking about is right. Like you want to see him in Triple A to start getting challenged because he's doing this right now in Double A. And again, we talk about, and Ben Cherington has talked about what Double A is. You're close to the majors. So let's get into Triple A, get some challenging pitchers, you know, to be faced against. And let's get them to the majors soon. Because if this team's 20-9 right now and they go through May and they come out of May looking pretty good, it might be Henry and Endy. It could be Hendy season, Jim.
And I think that's what's worth getting excited about right now is this team at the major league level is looking pretty good. And you've got 2 guys who are legit down there and they both seem to be ready. Like Endy's coming off the injury, but he's now back in the lineup DHing until he can catch later on this week. But both of them are hitting. Both of them are hitting very well. Both of them, again, they're major league ready, and they're both good bats. So like they're guys who can help this team. I wasn't sure if Henry Davis was going to really be called up at all this year. I thought he could maybe take advantage of like a finally a full season of being healthy and develop a little bit. But like the guy's crushing the ball. Like you can't just like, if he's doing this still a month from now, you can't ignore it. You've got to be like, okay, we've got this number 1 overall pick that we invested into. Now's the time to use them.
Right. You're 100% correct, man. Like, I don't want to say this is overreaction to what's happening, but he's doing exactly everything that he's done throughout college. And then as a pro to the point of being injured. So like this isn't like, it's not like it's shocking that he's doing this. It's not like, okay, I'm not going to believe this right now. Let's give him some more time down there. He's doing what he's done all year. All his career until getting injured. So now that he's back to where he was, he should be in AAA by now. You know, like it was the injury that held him back. So this isn't just like, okay, you know, it's been a hot 16 games. He needs to stay down there, still season some more, whatever. No, this is the Henry Davis you expected. Let's get him to AAA. And like you're saying, you kind of thought like, you know, just the way the roster was, everything's shaken out. Endy's going to come up. He's going to be first dibs. So Henry's going to stay down probably. I want them both up here like right away now.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah.
Same time. Because Endy's injury kind of held him back a little bit. So give him like this next month to get back to it. Get Henry Davis some at-bats. And let's get him up here at like the same day. Let's have was it Bly and O'Neill that came up together?
Yeah, let's have it be Hendy Day.
Yeah, have it be Hendy Day. Have them both come up here and just like each of them is like, no, it's his day. No, it's his day. Right. And just have a big thing of it. And like this team, if they're still doing this in May,
Mhm.
like that tells me this is legit.
Yeah, I mean the only the only problem you have now is like where do you put all these guys too? And it's you can only put one of them at catcher. And meanwhile,
Too many wins, Jim.
it's like
We're winning
you
too
only put
much.
yeah, you only put one of them at catcher. There's definitely room for both of them. But yeah, it's exciting. And I just want to go back to this. Like, I think you got to treat Henry Davis a little bit different than other prospects. And the reason like is the pedigree. Like he is a number one overall draft pick. He was a number one overall draft pick for a reason. You drafted him out of college, so you kind of expected him like that bat doesn't really need a whole lot of seasoning. He played ACC baseball for 3 years. The ACC is, at the top, if not, it's SEC, ACC 1-2 when it comes to, talent in college baseball. So, he played good talent, when he was in college. He beat up high A pitching when they put him there. He got hurt when he moved to Double A, and now you're seeing him healthy in Double A, and he's just smashing the ball. So, yeah, Henry Davis. I don't think he necessarily needs a lot of time to cook down there. Like the bat was basically major league ready the day they drafted him. The thing that needed developed was his defense, game calling, things like that. And now we're seeing the bat's ready. Like the bat's there. And when you're doing this in Double A, like Double A's not Triple A, Double A's not the major leagues, but you're not facing scrubs in Double A, and he's just teeing off on them. I don't know if they're gonna call him up in the next month or so, but he's on track right now to be with this club in early summer, and hopefully can contribute in a pretty big way because the power is legit, and it's something that we talked about on draft day. It's something we've talked about since. He has major league power. So that's a useful tool. The Pirates could use a big power bat from the right side, and hopefully he can be the guy to provide that.
Right. Absolutely. And just like, I don't know, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We know how good ND Rodriguez is. So him getting back to game action right now, he should be catching next week. So that's very good news from him. So right, like we were talking, he should be up from day one to begin with.
Mhm.
So you figure he's going to be coming up mid-June, like you talk about early summer. And the way Henry Davis is playing right now, that timetable looks about the same. So it's gonna be really, really cool stuff. And like the other thing too, like let's dismiss. I mean, the guy you talk about the power, but he doesn't strike out a ton. Only 20.5% strikeout rate, which is the same as his walk rate right now.
Mhm.
He is Juan Soto. If you want to, keep putting tags on people like Jack Sawinski, Henry Davis is also Juan Soto right now.
Yeah, Henry Davis, I think, is older than Juan Soto too. So
right.
No, he's not. Soto's 1 year older than Henry Davis.
Right.
But that's another thing too. Like Henry Davis isn't some 21-year-old guy in Double A that like you need time. Like he's 23. He's there. Like
for sure.
The guy's there.
You all, thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.